I am live. I am reading Greene's The Comedians. It is a book about three men who met on a cargo ship to Haiti. They are Mr. Brown, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Jones. Mr. Brown tells the story. Mr. Smith was once a presidential candidate, and Mr. Jones called himself Major Jones. Played on Haiti, but now Mr. Brown has left Haiti. Mr. Jones escaped. He had got into trouble. And I am here in the fourth chapter of the third part of this book. And it's Roman 2, and I'm afraid I didn't finish Roman 2, so I continue now. It was Mr. Smith who saved me from that humiliation. He happened to be driving by in Mr. Fernandez's car, and he saw me on the street as I tried to ask my way to the consulate from a Negro who only spoke Spanish. I wanted Mr. Smith to drop me at the consulate, but he would have none of it. All such matters, he said, could wait till after lunch. And when lunch was over, he told me it was quite out of the question to borrow money from an unsympathetic consul, since he, Mr. Smith, was there with plenty of American Express dollars. Think what I owe you, he said. But I could think of nothing that he owed me. He had paid his bill at the Hotel Trianon. He had been supplied by his own Yestro. He appealed against me to Mr. Fernandez, and Mr. Fernandez said yes, and Mrs. Smith remarked angrily that if I thought her husband was the kind of man to let a friend down, then I should have been with them that day in Nashville. Waiting for him now, I thought, what a continent of difference divided him from Mr. Schuldler Wilson. He was alone when he joined me in the lounge of the Ambassador. He apologized for the absence of Mrs. Smith, who was taking her third lesson in Spanish from Mr. Fernandez. You should hear the two of them talking away together, he said. Mrs. Smith has a remarkable talent for languages. I told him how I had been received by Mr. Schiller Wilson. He assumed I was a communist, he said. I said, why? Because the Tontons were after me. Papa Doc, you remember, is a bulwark against communism, and insurgent, of course, is a dirty word. I wonder how President Johnson would deal now with something like the French resistance. That too was infiltrated, another dirty word, by the communists. My mother was an insurgent. Lucky I didn't tell Mr. Schiller Wilson that. I don't see what harm a communist could do as a catering manager. Mr. Smith looked at me with an expression of sadness. He said, it is not at all pleasant to feel ashamed of a fellow countryman. You must have experienced it often enough in Nashville. That was different. There it was, a disease, a fever. I could be sorry for them. In my state, we still have a tradition of hospitality. When a man knocks on the door, we don't ask him about his politics. I'd hoped to be able to pay you back your loan. I'm not a poor man, Mr. Brown. There's plenty more where that came from. I suggest you take another $1,000 now. How can I? I have no security to offer you. If that's what's worrying you, we'll draw up a paper. Quite fair and legal, and I'll take a mortgage on your hotel. After all, it's a fine property. It's not worth a nickel now, Mr. Smith. The government has probably taken it over. Things will change one day. I've heard of another job in the north near Monte Cristi as canteen manager for a fruit company. You don't have to fall as low as that, Mr. Brown. I've fallen a lot lower than that in my time, and less respectably. If you don't mind my using your name again. This is an American company too. Mr. Fernandez was telling me that he needs an Anglo-Saxon partner. It's a fine, prosperous little business he has there. I've never thought of becoming an undertaker. It's a valuable social service, Mr. Brown, and there is security too. No business recessions. I'd try the canteen first. I have more experience there. If that fails, who knows? Did you know Mrs. Pineda was in town? Mrs. Pineda? That charming lady who came up to the hotel. Surely you remember her. For a moment I really hadn't known whom he meant. What's she doing in Santo Domingo? Her husband has been transferred to Lima. She is staying a few days here at the embassy with her little boy. I forget his name. Angel. That's right. A fine boy. Mrs. Smith and I are very fond of children. Perhaps because we never had any of our own. Mrs. Pineda was glad to hear you'd come out of Haiti in one piece. But she was naturally anxious about Major Jones. I thought we might all have a little dinner together tomorrow night, and you could tell her the story. I'm planning to go north tomorrow early, I said. Jobs can't wait. I've been hanging around here long enough. Tell her I'll write to her all I know about Johns. This is the end of the Roman 2, and Roman 3 comes soon, and it's almost the end.